It's 3 a.m. You're awake. Again. The house is silent, but your mind is racing like a freight train. You look at the clock and you feel that familiar pit in your stomach, because you know the alarm is going off in 4 hours. You drag yourself out of bed to use the bathroom, maybe for the second time tonight, and when you finally lie back down, sleep is nowhere to be found. And then comes the morning. You drink your coffee, but the fog doesn't lift. You head into your day feeling like you're running on a battery that only charged to 40%. But there is something else missing, isn't there? Something private that you might not talk about with your friends or your doctor. Remember in your 20s and 30s? You woke up ready. You had what we call morning wood. It was a guarantee. It was a sign of vitality. But now, it's gone. Or it's weak. And if you are a man over 50, you have probably been told by society, or even by your general practitioner, that this is just normal aging. That you should just accept the decline. That losing your drive, your deep sleep, and your sexual function is just the price of admission for getting older. I am here to tell you that is a lie. What if I told you that your body isn't broken? What if I told you that it is simply starving? Your body is silently begging for one specific fuel, a fuel that powers your nervous system, regulates your testosterone, and yes, controls the hydraulics of your erections. Most men over 50 are critically deficient in this fuel, and they don't even know it. In this video, we are not just talking about getting a good night's sleep. We are talking about flipping the nighttime switch on your biology. We are going to break down the specific nutrient stack that experts like Dr. Barbara O'Neill swear by to repair your body while you dream. We are going to fix the brain fog. We are going to reignite the energy. And yes, we are going to talk about how to get that morning readiness back. But first, we need to understand the silent killer of men's health. Why does everything seem to fall apart after 50? Here is the reality check. Your body runs on a rhythm. In the morning, your cortisol, your stress hormone, should be high to wake you up. At night, it should crash to 0 so your testosterone and growth hormone can spike. That is when you repair. That is when you build muscle. That is when you recharge your libido. But for most of you watching this, that rhythm is inverted. You are stressed and wired at night, so your cortisol stays high. And here is the science. Cortisol is a bully. When cortisol is high, testosterone hides. You cannot be in fight or flight mode and rest and repair mode at the same time. It is biologically impossible. When you have high stress and low repair, you lose something called nitric oxide. This is the gas in your blood responsible for opening the blood vessels. When nitric oxide drops, your arteries constrict. Blood flow slows down. This is why you feel cold hands and feet. This is why your blood pressure creeps up. And gentlemen, the penis is basically a hydraulic system. It requires massive amounts of blood flow to function. If your vessels are tight and constricted because of stress and mineral deficiency, nothing is going to happen down there, no matter how much you want it to. Most guys try to fix this with a pill. They take caffeine to wake up. They take sleeping pills to pass out. They take the blue pill for performance. But you are treating the smoke, not the fire. The fire is a cellular deficiency that prevents your nervous system from switching off. So how do we put the fire out? We turn to the master mineral. This is the secret weapon, magnesium. Now, before you say, "I've heard of magnesium," hear me out. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 enzymatic processes in the male body. It is the off switch for your nervous system. But here is the catch. Our soil is depleted. You cannot get enough magnesium from food anymore, even if you eat spinach all day. And if you are stressed, your body burns through magnesium like a car burns gas at 100 miles per hour. When you are deficient in magnesium, your muscles stay tight, your arteries stay tight, Your brain stays wired. But you cannot just go to the pharmacy and buy the cheapest bottle on the shelf. That is usually magnesium oxide, and frankly, that is just an expensive laxative. It won't help your sleep, it will just keep you in the bathroom. You need magnesium glycinate. This is magnesium bound to glycine, an amino acid that crosses the blood-brain barrier. It literally tells your brain, it is safe to sleep now. It lowers the cortisol, which allows the testosterone to rise. But magnesium is just the foundation. To really turn back the clock, we need to create a synergy. We need to combine it with the man mineral, zinc, and the ignition key, vitamin D3. Let's talk about zinc. Zinc is the raw material your body uses to make testosterone, but it does something even more important. It stops an enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase is the nasty little enzyme that turns your hard-earned testosterone into estrogen. You do not want that. Zinc acts as a shield. And then there is vitamin D. It's not really a vitamin, it's a steroid hormone precursor. Every single cell in your body has a receptor for vitamin D. If you are low on D, your structural integrity falls apart. So, the protocol is magnesium to relax the vessels and lower stress, zinc to build testosterone, vitamin D to drive the engine. When you take this stack at night, you aren't just sleeping, you are engaging in deep hormonal reconstruction. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of science, so I want to take a moment to look at who is actually watching this channel. We are not alone here. We have built a massive brotherhood of men taking charge of their health. I was reading through the comments on our last video, and the global reach is incredible. We have Mick watching from the UK. We have Scott tuning in from Florida, Billy representing Kentucky, Donovan all the way in Jamaica, Partharoy in India, and, this one made me laugh, we have someone claiming to be watching from the International Space Station. To our friend in orbit, I imagine blood flow is a unique challenge in zero gravity, but the magnesium should still help you sleep. And g'day to you in Centennial, Colorado as well. But I want to stop and highlight a very serious comment from a user named John Garcia. John shared something very vulnerable. He said, "I am a heart patient. Magnesium glycinate has helped me sleep again. Okay by my heart doctor. Intake vitamin D3 also, and now I will add the zinc. Hopefully everything you said will help me recover and be a man again." John, I want to tell you, that phrase, be a man again, hits hard. We define ourselves by our capability, our energy, our strength. And when health issues take that away, it hurts. But you are doing exactly the right thing. Magnesium glycinate is often the preferred choice for heart patients because it is gentle and it relaxes the heart muscle and the arteries. You are building a foundation, brother. Keep going. I also saw comments from Dave McClure and Abid Hussein. They cut right to the chase. They said, "Sleep is great, but we need to know the amount. What is the dosage for those morning erections?" Dave and Abid, you are asking the million-dollar question. You want the numbers. You want the recipe. So get a pen and paper. I am going to give you the nighttime restoration stack, generally recommended by functional health experts. Disclaimer, I am a researcher, not your doctor. Always check with your medical professional, especially if you are on heart medication or antibiotics. Here is the protocol. First, magnesium glycinate. The target dose is 400 to 500 milligrams. When do you take it? 1 hour before bed. Why? This gives it time to enter your bloodstream and signal your nervous system to shut down. You will feel a physical wave of relaxation. It prepares the blood vessels to dilate. Second, zinc. You want zinc picolinate or zinc bisglycinate. The dose is 15 to 30 milligrams. Do not go over 50 milligrams long-term without doctor supervision. Crucial tip, never take zinc on an empty stomach. It will make you nauseous. Take this with your dinner. Why? This works while you sleep to boost T levels and repair tissue. Third, vitamin D3 combined with K2. The dose depends on your current levels, but generally, 2,000 to 5,000 IU is the maintenance standard for men over 50. Why K2? K2 directs the calcium into your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. You don't want calcified arteries, you want flexible ones. Flexible arteries mean better blood flow. Now, there is one final piece of the puzzle that almost everyone forgets. You can take all the supplements in the world, but if you are dehydrated, they won't work. Your blood is mostly water. If you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thick, like sludge or syrup. Thick blood does not flow into tiny capillaries. It raises your blood pressure and kills your energy. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often talks about the Celtic salt hack. It sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Before you drink your water, put a single crystal of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink salt on your tongue. Let it dissolve. Then drink your water. The minerals in the salt allow the water to actually enter the cell rather than just passing through you and making you pee. This hydrates your blood volume. Better blood volume equals better pumps, better vascularity, and better delivery of oxygen to your brain. So here is your new routine starting today. You take vitamin D3 with a fatty meal before 4 p.m. At 6:30 p.m. you eat dinner and take your zinc. At 9 p.m., you put down the phone. The blue light is killing your melatonin. At 9:30 p.m., you take your magnesium glycinate. At 10:30 p.m., lights out. Give this 30 days. It takes time to saturate your cells, but one morning you are going to wake up and you won't feel groggy. You will feel sharp. You will feel that morning wood returning, signaling that your vascular system is healing. You will feel like you again. Gentlemen, you are not past your prime. Your body is resilient. It is just waiting for the right materials to repair the damage. Try this stack. Be consistent. And then come back to this video. I want you to leave a comment like John and Dave did. Tell us your results. Let's build this community stronger. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We are reclaiming our health, one night at a time. If you want to know more about foods that act like natural vasodilators, foods that work like nature's little blue pill, click this video right here. I'll see you there.